Hello, myself Dr. Deepak Shirbhate. I'm working as a principal of Vikramshila Polytechnic, Darapur, Taluka Daryapur, District Amravati, Maharashtra State of India. And today I'm going to demonstrate you VRML, Virtual Reality Modeling Language Stop Clock using Vivati Studio. So this will be the node graph for the stop clock. We will be using some swept surface. We will be using three time sensors for second hand, minute hand and hour hand, and we will be using three routes also. So this is the actually node graph, simple node graph of the stop clock. Now here actually in this particular stopwatch we need to create the minute hand, hour hand and second hand. So for this you can refer my tutorial uploaded on the YouTube, and the file is also available for the download. You can download the swept surfaces for the minute hand, second hand and hour hand from the Google Drive link as shown below. So objective of this exercise is to create a stopwatch using Vivati Studio. Vivati Studio is a tool, we call it as wave authorizing tool, which is very useful for those people who don't know programming, or they can do programming with the help of graphics. We call it as graphical programming. Stopwatch will have three hands, that is second hand, minute hand and hour hand. Start button will start the stopwatch and initialize the moment in all the three hands. Stop button will stop time counting. Pressing start button again will reset the stopwatch. These are the objectives. Here actually I have used one ready-made model, because if you create the model out of the Vivati Studio, out of the tools which are given in the Vivati Studio, the model will be very simple and it will not be that attractive. So what I have done is that I have downloaded one model, 3D model from the Archive 3D website for the stopwatch. Then I have modified it because it was a high polyline model. So I have modified it as follows. I have removed the back cover and nut and bolts. I have removed the front glass so that the file should not be that much bulky. I have added small dials for minute and hour hands. Then I have superimposed texture mapped images for the main dial, for the small dial which is showing the minute hand and the hour hand, and I have created one stop button which was duplicated from the start button, and I have changed the color of the stop and start button from say ash color to green and red color. So Vivati Studio will become non-responsive, because if you try to import such a high polyline object into Vivati Studio, it may become non-responsive, and it will not allow you to easily import such type of high polyline object. So you keep on trying, and after 4 times when the system will become stable, then you can import it, and then you quickly save it and you delete some of the unwanted objects like say back cover and front glass and all those things, so that the file should be less bulky. This you can do. So we will start with creating the hands with swept surfaces at absolute 0, 0, 0. So I have used the swept surface. This is the absolute 0, 0, 0. Absolute 0, 0, 0 is very important, because for the perfect movement of the hands, absolute 0 is very much important. Now here we will be defining the swept surface section. So this is the swept surface section definition. I will be defining the swept surface section, which will be a triangular type of section shaft triangular type of section which will represent the hand. Now by default the extrusion will be of 1 unit, that means it will be of 1 meter. By default it will be 1 meter extrusion. Of course unit is not having any meaning. Now we have to restrict this extrusion, so I'm using edit spline and I will restrict it by say 0.95 on the y-axis. 0.95, so I want very thin. Now you can see that I restricted the extrusion, but at the same time it has actually shifted from the absolute 0 0 position, so it is very necessary to bring it back to the absolute 0 0 position. That is very important for the animation, perfection in the animation. Now it is actually laying on the ground. I want that it should stand up on its base on the ground. So what we will do is that we will rotate it about x-axis by 90 degree so that it will stand up on the base. The wrong rotation, it is the correct rotation. I want that pointed part should be at the top. Now again it has shifted to shifted away from 0 0 0 position, absolute 0 position. Again our objective will be to bring it back to the 0 0 position. So try to bring it back to the 0 0 position. That is very important. It is very much important. So on the Z axis, I think you need to give some negative coordinates so that it will bring back -1 will be perfect. Now we will duplicate this swept surface. This is our second hand. We adjust the view, all the views, so that hand will be clearly visible. Now we will make duplicate of this. We will call this particular hand as minute hand. Minute underscore. I'm giving yellow color. Now minute hand will be up. Minute hand will be smaller and thicker than the second hand. That is very obvious. I have scaled it down to 3. So, sorry, 0.3. I have scaled it down to 0.3. Again, it needs to. You have to bring it back again to absolute 0 0 position by 0 minus, I think, 0.3. Minus 0.3 will work. Perfect. Minus 0.3 will work. Now I will duplicate this minute hand to create the hour hand. We will call it as hour hand. So I'm planning to fix the hour hand, minute hand in the small dials. Okay. So that completes our modeling of the second hand, minute hand and hour hand. Now calculation for the time period. Second hand will have 60 seconds of time period. Minute hand will have 60 into 60, that is 3600 seconds of animation time period. And hour hand will have, because this is an analog clock, so it is actually showing only 12 hours. So 12 hours into 60 and into 60, that will be 43,200 seconds for the animation. So that is very important calculation. Now we will animate the hands. So go to the create animation, bring this coordinates to 0, 0, 0. As far as possible, bring everything to absolute 0, 0, 0. That will to avoid problems in the further animation. Call this time sensor as time sensor underscore second. So it means that this is a time sensor controlling the second hand. Add the animation node. I have added second hand. Now animate for the 60 seconds. In this particular view, actually, our animation will be fully visible. Press twice. At 45 seconds, it will complete 3/4 of the portion, and at 60 seconds, it will complete the entire round. So that completes the animation. That completes the animation of the second hand. Likewise, now create the animation of the minute hand and hour hand. Time sensor. This will control the minute hand. The period will be 3600 seconds. Period, as we have already calculated, 3600. Again rotate at 900. It will complete the quarter circle. At 1800 second, it will complete the semicircle. Rotate by 180 degree. Here rotate it by 270 degrees in the clockwise direction, and here rotate it by 360 degrees in the clockwise direction. That completes the rotation of the minute hand. Now there will be hour hand. This time sensor will be called as the total time period will be 12 into 60 into 60. will be 43,200 second. Calculation is very simple. 12 into 60 into 60. 60 into 12 into 60. 43,200. Now at 10,800, it will again complete the quarter circle. Our hand will complete the quarter circle at 21,600 second. It will complete the same circle. Click twice at 32,400. It will complete 3 quarters, and here it will complete revolution in the clockwise direction. So here we have completed the animation of the hands. Now we will be creating the groups. The group will be for the one group will be for the minute hand, one group will be for the hour hand, and second hand will be for the second hand. Bring every group to 0, 0, 0. Call this as minute underscore group. Bring it to 0, 0, 0. Our underscore group. Now drag the elements of minute group, second group, and hour group into the respective groups. And now we will shift the group along the x-axis in both the direction, negative and positive direction. Shift it by -4.4. Here shift it by +0.4. So that completes so in this particular step we have created the group and shifted it at the appropriate position. Now I have already created one clock which I have downloaded from Archive 3D. So in this clock I have already created 2 touch sensors for start and stop of the watch. You can see these touch sensors in green and red color. Then I have created the dial for minute hand and second hand with the help of circle. In this particular step, actually we will be merging it at the appropriate position. So take an appropriate view and move the clock in such a way that it will take the appropriate position. So my second hand is perfectly matching, but my hour hand and minute hand is not matching. I have to make them some more distance apart. Initially I have chosen 0.3. Let us see, I think point minus 1 will work, or point 0.7 will work. I think 0.5 is not working. 1.7 I think will be perfect. I want to bring it exactly at the 75. 0.7. Yes, 0.75 is perfect. I think zero point 0.7 minus 0.75 will not work. 0.8 will work, I think. Zero point 0.8, I think 0.8 will work. Now it is at perfect position. Now you try to bring the hands as close as possible to the dial, so that there should not be any parallax error. Parallax error means it is the error in the reading due to the inclined vision, that is called as parallax error. That will be minimum if the hands rotating are very close to the dial, then there will be minimum parallax error. You just check whether the hands are close to the clock or not in the different view. The right view, you will come to know the hands are very much close. The hands are very much close. There is no problem, absolutely no problem. Now we will be defining the start and stop button. I'm adding trigger. Trigger is second hand. Then second trigger will be minute time sensor. Third trigger will be the time sensor which is controlling hours. I have added three trigger. Means this button will control start all the three time sensor. Now we will be defining the routes. So we have actually created the trigger for starting. Now these routes will actually initiate the stop action. So route first will be from the stop sensor to the this is the stop sensor actually within the stop group. SF time, and this will stop the timer of the second. Here set stop time. Again select the stop sensor, SF time, and select the minute sensor. Set the stop time, SF time. Set stop time, SF time. Stop time. Call this as stop sensor. Stop sensor. And this will be the start sensor. So this is actually for clear definition. So here we have defined the rules. Now this will be the final step in which we will save our file and we will check the output. Save this file in the Vivity Studio format. Again, remember that this is a very high polyline object. Your Vivity Studio may become non-responsive. It may not load the entire things. Now we will check. So stopwatch complete is the VRML required VRML file. Okay, and this is a start sensor, stop sensor, and we have started the time, and second hand is moving. At the same time, the minute hand and hour hand is also moving. Now the problem is that minute hand movement can be very easily tracked, but hour hand movement will be very minute and it cannot be tracked. So you have to track the hour hand uh, moment by going close, jumping close to the. This is the minute hand. Minute hand we can easily track. You can see that it is slowly moving. You can see the black color lines which are slowly moving in the downward direction. So it indicates that it is moving. Now it has just crossed the 1 minute mark and it is going to 2 minutes. So this indicates that it is moving, slowly moving. It is working in a proper manner. So this is working properly. It is slowly moving. There is absolutely no problem in tracking the minute hand. There will be problem in tracking the hour hand because hour hand movement will be very small. Here again you can see that there are some points on the edge and those points are moving and it has crossed second minute line. So there is absolutely no problem with now the main thing is to track the hour hand moment and you can see that the small lines are moving in the upward direction. If you closely observe, minutely observe, you will see that something is moving. It actually indicates that there is some movement in the hour hand. Of course, it is a very small movement, but you can see at this particular, say, here it is something moving. Okay, here you can see that something is going up, 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 up. Yeah. Again, it is Now either there will be something going up or down. It shows that there is a small minute movement of the clock. Here you can see that something is going down, 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 down. So it indicates that it is moving properly. So that's complete the checking and verification. So thanks for watching my video. For any query or clarification, you can contact me on my contact details. Thank you.